Okay, it says I'm live. I'm gonna take its word for it. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, that I don't drop any frames. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and today we are just doing a reaction stream. I got some videos lined up, as you can see right here. Yeah, simple as that. We're gonna start off with Dax Flame just dropped a song called My Sparks. And Dax Flame is my goat, so had to check it out.
Black and white, but I see colors. You make me feel nice and free, better than strawberry ice cream. You're just so sweet to me. Always thought I'd win the lottery, and I did when you came to me. Better than $1 million, make me smile with all my teeth. Never thought I'd burn so bright again, never thought I'd reignite. All for nothing without you guys, you're the spark that gives me life. You are the sparks, you are the sparks. Without you there is no fire.
Is this song about us? Is this song about his fans? It's so beautiful, Dax. Now, honestly, I'm wondering how he made this song. If he went to a professional studio, he should have made some content around it. Come on, Dax. I think that would have been some really good videos if just him in the studio, even if he just recorded it at home on his phone. I'd like to know what he did. But so far, so good.
Take me high, then take me higher. Without you there is no fire. Dead of night, no drop of caffeine. You are my cup of tea. Can go to sleep, doesn't matter. This is where I wanna be.
Does it have the director? Who directed this? Yep, Joel Haver. It's pretty well done, pretty well shot.
Always thought I'd win the lottery, and I did when you came to me. Better than $1 million, make me smile with all my teeth. Never thought I'd burn so bright again, never thought I'd reignite. All for nothing without you guys, you're the spark that gives me life. You are the sparks, you are the sparks. Without you there is no fire.
Bro just loves having fans. What can you say, really? I just can't get past some of the lyrics because it's just like, it sounds like it's almost supposed to be a love song, but then it's clearly just supposed to be about the people that are watching, or just people in general. Everybody's the sparks. You are the sparks.
Take me high, then take me higher.
He's wearing a Daniel Johnston shirt. Again, just goated content from Dax Flame.
Without you there is no fire. You are the spark.
I'm stupid. Wait, was that Daniel Johnston? Now I have to look it up.
You are the sparks. Without you there is no fire. Take me high, then take me higher. Without you there is no fire.
It is Daniel Johnston. But that was Dax Flame, and that was actually really good. This next video is also by Dax Flame, and it's called My Comedy Journey. I've been following Dax Flame's comedy journey for a long time. So I want to hear how this is moving forward. If he's going to be doing some more stand-up, if he's going to be making a new show, hit TV show, hit sitcom. Will he be the next Family Guy? Let's find out.
Here I am at a normal, boring park. Nothing funny about it at all, right?
Okay. I was gonna jokingly laugh, but this pausing on this face actually did make me laugh. Okay, Dax, you're winning. You're already ahead.
Maybe there is. I spent the last year trying many different types of comedy on TikTok, and it's taught me there are many ways you can make people laugh. So, well, actually, one second. I need a cigarette.
It looked like he was that's not a cigarette, one. It looked like he was about to snort coke out from the inside of that bag.
So that and The Fall were examples of physical comedy, but there's also sketch comedy, improv.
That was also an example of misdirection. Because you thought, oh, he's just going to smoke a cigarette. Okay, maybe he's going to blow some cool tricks. But no, he actually just had a lollipop because Dax doesn't smoke. That's bad for you.
Comedy, observational comedy, and stand-up comedy. And all those things can turn a boring park like this into something that's actually very funny. Now let's see what kind of funny stuff we can come up with. One thing I did the other day is like this. Oh, I'm stuck. Why is the ground so sticky? Oh, and then you're standing on a stick, so that's a wordplay joke. Signs can be a source of like comedy
stuff.
Took me a second.
Stuff.
Or doing sketches where you like act out something. Like, okay, look, here I am in the bleachers. Oh, home run! And also, when all else...
See, Dax, that was all right, but what you should have done instead is gone, boo! You suck! You don't know anything about ball! Get him out of here! Get him out of here, ump! Whoa, what's going on here? Should have done one of those. Now that would have been real comedy.
Else fails, I know people like funny faces at the end of the day, so I can always do that.
They do get me every time.
That's all the things I can...
Funny faces only get me when it's Dax because he's doing them so earnestly. It's like he really means them. It's not like he's putting on a face. He's like, this is funny. This is funny faces. So great.
I can think of at the park right now, but I know there's a funny sign around the corner here, so we could go make a joke about that. I've gotten to do a lot of cool things in the last year, and so that's really awesome.
If you aren't laughing, you just don't get it. This is very high level stuff. This is what we call anti-humor.
My name is Bill, and the key to my transformation this year was this, the bill changer. Change for car. I don't want to change for anyone. Okay, so there's a sign around the corner, so I want to go there and do something funny to... Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
What does that say? C-O-C-K.
Okay,
there's also different genres of comedy you can do, such as like self-deprecating humor, edgy humor, or things like that. And so it's fun to do all that kind of stuff too. Such as self-deprecating humor would be like I hate myself, that kind of thing. Like
that's a perfect example of self-deprecation. I hate myself. I suck. I get bad morning breath. My toenails grow unevenly. That sort of stuff. That's, you know.
Yeah. I hate myself. Just kidding. Today, I'm going to try self-deprecating humor. I hope the ceiling falls and crushes everyone in this museum. Let's see if we could sneak into this hotel. kind of fun to sneak around places.
It is fun. You can just walk wherever you want to go. Don't get stuck.
Okay, well, I guess that's as far as we can get, but that was pretty fun. I think I would like to try to do a stand-up comedy special eventually. And then I also have a friend who told me that people would like it if I worked on music. They said it would be a good like career thing.
Oh.
Dax.
Dax?
Yes.
That's why he did the song. I think it was a good career move. You know? Don't ask me why, but this one was 7 days ago. It got 35K. The other one came out a day ago. It's already got 50K. That's a good, trajectory's looking up.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm here with Ness, and I'm gonna see if I can make you laugh. So, my girlfriend is kind of like Bigfoot. She doesn't exist.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, hey, look, it's a Waymo. I'd feel way more safe if those things weren't on the road.
Wait, what's a Waymo? The Jeep?
The self-driving car over, no, that one over, if you look that way, see that self-driving car?
That's a
So it's
self-driving
called
car?
a Waymo, and then the joke I've written about that is I'd feel way more safe if they weren't on the road.
That was great, Dax. I really like the part where you didn't explain to him what the car was, because it's self-driving. There's nobody in the driver's seat at all. But there are people. The funny part about those things are there's actually people in like buildings, like at facilities, that are sitting at computers watching it, seeing what's happening while they're like, playing Fortnite or watching Dexter reruns. It's actually kind of interesting stuff. Very futuristic.
A couple weeks ago, I was at this restaurant and I saw a very funny sign there. So now we'll drive there and see if we can make some funny jokes about the sign. The one.
He's just right. You always got to be on the ball. If you're doing comedy, you can't just, flub around. You got to do what's right, and you got to just be thinking all the time, oh, here's a child that looks silly. I should go tell his mother, hey, dogs aren't allowed in here. Stuff like that.
Ones that would do well would be if I would say I'm from Project X and 21 Jump Street. So this is the reason I stopped talking about Project X and 21 Jump Street, the origin of like what made me start to do TikToks more. I kept trying to find different ways to make people smile, and that eventually led to me doing like comedy TikToks.
I was like, maybe
Dax, thank you. I was trying to listen to Dax.
TikToks where I say fun facts about 21 Jump Street.
I also got to be on this podcast last year, and people left a lot of negative comments on it, but I still enjoyed it. So then I was working at an ice cream shop and a sushi place for a bit.
Yeah.
Then have just been doing YouTube since the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I got to go on this podcast like 4 times. That was really cool. And they invited me to do comedy at the Comedy Store, which is like a very iconic place. That was really fun. I keep seeing self-driving cars everywhere without like a driver in them. I think the brand is called Waymo. I'd feel way more safe if they weren't on the road.
The notepad of jokes. It's a style. You have to understand. It's a brand of comedy. Prepared comedy. He's doing.
Here's the place.
See, Dax is doing real comedy. All these hacks today are out there doing stories and doing. Oh, here's a little. My daughter. She's so stupid. My daughter's so stupid that she can't. When her first period happened, she just let it happen for the whole week. It didn't tell us. And it's like, that's not a joke. You just told us an embarrassing story about your daughter. She's going to hate you for the rest of her life. Dax is coming up with real jokes. That Waymo joke, classic. Absolutely classic.
It's called Willie's Grill, and I know they have a funny sign.
Willie's Grill.
So here we are. Let's go see the sign.
I hope they didn't get rid of it.
So, maximum occupancy of this room to not exceed 8,000 people. You would think the maximum occupancy would be like 80 people, but instead it says 8,000. So then maybe I can make a funny sketch out of that. So like, I love this venue. I can't wait to have a concert here with 10,000 people. Maximum occupancy of this room is not exceed 8,000 people.
It's cutting it close.
Okay.
I think you can squeeze him in.
$200.
I would like to see that place at full occupancy. 8,000 people, that's a lot of people. I don't think they would all fit in there. Especially if it's 8,000 fat people. You could probably fit 10,000 really skinny people in. But if you even them all out, then yeah, maybe 8,000. maybe they're right.
$500. Someone's won $500 here. Oh, Matt Rife. Matt Rife is someone who is super popular for crowd work. That's something I've tried as well. And it's interesting, it's so challenging because you just have to come up with things on the spot, on stage. And it can really not go well, or sometimes it can lead to the best stuff. And yeah, he's like the number one person at it. Ooh, it feels nice in here.
I do love going in the wine section.
Saying something like, oh,
Just
I want to be
cool
cooler.
off.
I want to be cooler, so that's why I came in here. I don't feel I feel really lame these days. I feel like a dork. So that's why I like to hang out in here. It makes me cooler. I've been feeling kind of dorky lately, but that's why I came in here, so I can be cooler. Every time I make jokes, I start to think I'm not funny, I'm not good at comedy, and I just have to tell myself, you know, keep trying, because every once in a while I will make a joke that people really like, and I just have to accept, you know, that's just part of it. Is feeling like lame.
I bet you feel better now that you're in the cooler.
Are you doing a video for YouTube?
Yes, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, Dax, you're popular now. You don't get it. That guy, he knows who you are now. Now you're well known.
So that's my YouTube channel. And
Yeah,
then
that's you?
Yeah.
Okay. Dex Flame?
Yes. The sign is funny. 8,000 people. Why? So what's the most amount of people you've ever seen in here?
8,000.
8,000. That's funny. Well, nice to meet you.
All right, bro. Nice to meet you too.
Dax, now that you have an in with that guy, you need to just start doing sketches there. You need to go back, talk to that guy, and be like, hey, can I talk to the owner? Is it cool if I maybe do some sketches in here? It's a great venue. I don't know I think it's a convenience store, but it looked like it also had a deli. Maybe you could do a fake Aki sketch. And the guy's like, can't forget the Bev. Never, never. You know, do one of those. Great stuff, Dax. Great stuff. Truly remarkable.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Now we're getting it. Why? He really did edit this into the beginning just so it was the thumbnail. That's funny. Why didn't you? I don't know. That's. Wow, I really made that last video almost 20 minutes. It was an 8-minute video, almost doubled the time. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So, recently, Bryce Mitchell has been saying a bunch of anti-Semitic stuff. And he went on the Jackson podcast to talk about it. And everybody's saying, oh, this guy's a coward. How are you going to have somebody on and then just not let them talk about their opinions? I don't really care. Bryce Mitchell's an idiot. Bro is literally, he's like, Hitler was a good guy before he did meth. How do you know when he started doing meth? He could have been doing meth when he was trying to get into art school. But regardless, he said that he thought that the concentration camps were just work camps, and that's why they had millions die, because they didn't have enough food. They were in war times. Even though There were survivors that gave testimonies and Nazis that gave testimonies confirming the concentration camps and all the terrible stuff that they did. So like it's one of the most well documented like events in history. You can just figure out so much about it. So I just find it completely ridiculous. Anytime, here's the thing: if you want to be a real, pardon my French, if you want to be a real dumbass, you could just be like, oh, they were right though. Because Bryce Mitchell's whole point is that they were trying to make people gay. His quote was they were queering out the people. So I obviously disagree. I think you can kind of have an open society allowing people to do what they want, and that shouldn't affect how you teach your kids. Because the last time I checked, when I was growing up, there's nothing that anybody else could have told me that my own parents couldn't have, gotten me to reconsider. I find it hilarious that all these people are like, well, they're brainwashing my kids. It's like, how manipulative, like how easy is it to manipulate your kids? Why are your kids so easy to manipulate? Do you not speak to them? Nah, for real. I'd rather be a lot of things than a Nazi. You'd rather bottom than be a Nazi? Easy. I mean, what's the difference? No, but really, I just find the whole thing stupid. But let's see what this guy has to say. I just keep seeing people call this guy a coward, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like everyone wants to call free speech. Ooh, weird frame drops or something. Oh, no frame drops. It just dropped down for a minute. But gay people have normal lives, Nazis have no love. That's completely true. But yeah, let's just watch this, because I just keep seeing the most dumb comments, and I just want to see what this opinion is, because I didn't actually see this. All I saw was the original podcast he was on, and it was just so stupid. It was actually so dumb.
All right. Now, my first time meeting you, and we from the same area.
Right.
And I got to ask you, what the fuck is wrong with you? We got to talk about that.
Thanks, Rampage.
That's horse beef here. And I was going to post no video today. I really was not going to. And then I realized that Rampage Jackson and Bear from the Jackson podcast had kind of made fools of themselves, having Bryce Mitchell on the podcast and then taking it down a few hours later. I was curious as to why. And by the way, I want to apologize for those shitty TikTok noises in that clip. That was the beginning of the Jackson podcast, and that was the only clip I could really find of it, because it is quite tough to find more than a couple of clips of this episode on the internet, because I wasn't able to catch it before it was taken down. And I may not even have known about it if it wasn't for this video showing up in my recommended of James Lynch explaining why he took down the video of his coverage. I didn't watch the video. Based on the comments, I went to the comments to see what they were thinking. Apparently, James Lynch's commentary was very much unbiased, yet Bear reached out to him and quote-unquote explained his side of the story, in my opinion.
I mean, okay, I just don't get why this guy didn't. I was going to watch the video after this guy's video. I had it lined up. It's only 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Great research, dog.
What really happened is he influenced James Lynch to take the video down. I understand that James Lynch did it on his own accord. He did it by his own decision. I'm sure. Like, hey, but I can only imagine that Bear had some choice words and sprinkled in a little bit of influence in there, because the video did quite well for James Lynch. I'm sure he was reluctant to take it down in the first place. But here we are, man. And I would like to give my own thoughts on the podcast appearance, at least the clips that are available still on YouTube, at least the ones that I was able to find.
So I did say he was a good guy, but I was saying before he committed all the atrocities.
Brother, you don't know him, right? You don't know the severity of what he did to the world. Obviously, I could tell you don't know, for you to be able to even relaxedly say that word, that he was a good guy. And I'm not even going to give him the benefit of saying his name, but those extreme.
I'll say Hitler was a bad guy, a very, very bad guy, and kind of an idiot. So there's that. People talk about, oh, why can't we read Mein Kampf? Go read Mein Kampf. He sounds like an idiot in it.
His ideologies, the things he did to, millions of people, are some of the most disgusting, most evil things the world ever seen. Now, we're not going to give you a platform today to talk about anything that even remotely supports that.
No,
we're not going to give you a platform.
No, I don't want
to justify what you said. And matter of fact, and me and Rampage talked about this, we're not even going to give you a platform to explain yourself on that. I personally just feel with the things that he did and the millions of people that died, there's no justification pre or post whatever you did say. Ain't nobody a good guy.
Just wow. I actually can't believe what I've just heard. Bear is not only an imbecile, but a fucking coward. To sit there and say, brother, you don't know him, with that cheeky little smile on his face. Do you know him, Bear? Were you?
Bro, we know most. Like you can. Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like, oh, they're saying we can't. I also love how many people go, oh, it's free speech. How come you're trying to silence free speech? We're letting you say whatever you want. We're just telling you that you're wrong. And this guy's stupid too. Oh.
Were you alive during these times?
No, we weren't alive during these times. But we have the recordings from the people that were. And we know that he wasn't a good guy. He was a very bad guy. Like, what? They literally, the Nazis went into Poland and were massacring people, just shooting people. And then they realized, this is kind of bad. We shouldn't be doing this. Let's put them in camps instead and use gas chambers, because that way we don't have to look at the stuff we're doing. They had like this cognitive dissonance, like all of the people that agree with it. It's so insane.
You know what you read in the same exact way that Bryce knows what he read about that situation. So they say, brother, you don't know him. And then you said nobody's a good guy, right? So you don't know him, but you are able to pass judgment. Bryce Mitchell can't. Like, regardless of how well informed your opinion is versus him, you don't know him either. It's just a stupid point to bring up in the first place. But then to say that they don't even want to give him a platform to
No, it's not. You can say this guy's an idiot. That's fine. He is trying to like big dog him. He's like, I'm here with my dog Rampage. What are you gonna do, bitch? He is kind of doing that a little bit, but I think realistically, he's just saying like, Hitler was a bad guy. We know he was a bad guy, so you don't have any experience to say otherwise. If you were like his friend or something back in the day, and you actually did go fishing with him, and you were like, bro, he had the best bait. He made his own homemade bait. Then we'd be like, okay, bro, that's a stupid point, but sure. He was a great fisherman, but still, it's whatever. It's a non-starter.
Or explain anything. So that begs the question of why you had him on the podcast in the first place. Clearly, it was to chastise him. Why did you want to chastise him? Was it your own decision? Right? You invited him on the podcast in order to do this, or you got a call from somebody else who said, "Hey, man, we're gonna need you to get Bryce Mitchell on the podcast and fucking eviscerate him for what he did." Right? Throw him under the bus because he's acknowledged his mistakes, and when somebody says something out of pocket and they acknowledge their mistakes, really all you can do is say okay and hope that they change going forward. But to bring them on the podcast, say explicitly, we don't even want to give you a platform to explain yourself, leaves room for only one option. You brought him on the podcast to shit on him because you're a fucking coward and you don't even want to give him the opportunity to respond.
How much Bitcoin did who have? Did Hitler have? Hitler was more of an ETH guy. He had a ton of Ethereum. Nah, Hitler was into Doge. That was his coin. Is that what you were at? Who are you asking that about? I hope Bryce he traded all of his Bitcoin.
Right. That
he got out early. He's trying to escape the Matrix.
And there's no wonder why you took down this episode, because it just makes you look like such a hypocrite. You wanted to bring this guy on to throw the heat on him, but you couldn't take the heat in the comments, so you deleted the episode like a little worm. And here we have an 18-minute response video, I guess you could call it, from Rampage Jackson. Obviously, I won't force you to sit through this whole thing, but let's just watch some portions of it.
For a little over a year now, and I'm
hear what he has to say.
I almost didn't want to do a podcast, but my brother Bear talked me into doing it, and you know.
Okay, I don't really give a fuck about the whole backstory of Rampage Jackson and Bear's podcast. Don't give a fuck. Let's skip forward.
So,
I've actually seen some of Hitler's paintings. They're not. I was about to say they're not terrible. They're not great either. His perspective was off. But exactly, it's like it just doesn't matter. That's like what everyone says about Elon. Everyone's like, Elon's a great guy. He's rich. And then they go, he's smart. He's a billionaire. He's a genius. And it's like, being a genius doesn't mean... I saw this great comment thread where this person was like, he's a genius. He's a billionaire. And someone went, was Einstein a billionaire? And then the guy went, well, he could have been if he wanted to. And it's like, okay, well, that's my answer then. I could be if I wanted to. So I'm smarter than Elon. It's just stupid.
They wanted me to be more serious for that because it was really serious. Like, some of you fucking dickweeds, y'all don't understand how serious the shit that that Bryce was saying. Like, I'm not saying that that I was against what Bryce was saying, and I'm not saying like
you're not saying you're against it. That's like all it takes to. Yeah, just a bunch of Bitcoin. If you can show somebody a crypto wallet and you have at least, you even have 2 Bitcoin. If you have a single Bitcoin, that'll make some, that'll make all the 15-year-olds go crazy. All the 12-year-olds on Reddit will think you're a god.
What he was saying, you know, but all I was talking about it was, man, you got a motherfucking family, and like, it's weak ass, sensitive ass motherfuckers in this world. And freedom of speech is like only freedom as long as you don't fucking hurt motherfuckers' feelings and they go crying and shit. And look at y'all now.
Whoa.
Saying shit.
What the fuck did I just hear?
Some of y'all mad.
No, we gotta stop the video.
Elon, I'd say Elon is a better businessman than Trump is. Like, at least Trump was smart enough to get a better businessman in, but I don't know if being a good businessman is what we need for a country. But you know, I guess we'll live and learn. I don't think that there's enough that could happen. You know what I mean? Like, most things, the way most things go is 4 years from now, it'll be the exact same as it is right now as it was 4 years prior. Things are a little bit more expensive. Things are a little bit shittier. You know, things are a little bit better, but also a little bit worse. And yeah, it's like, that's the only thing Elon did well, though, is he was able to hire people and buy businesses that were going to do well. He probably has done really well on Bitcoin and on different, like, cryptocurrencies, because he seems to have like an insight into what is going to do well financially. So maybe he can get us in a better financial state. But what they're doing right now doesn't seem to be doing that.
So when he says sensitive motherfuckers, he's definitely referring to Bear, right? Because Bear was the one who got sensitive about the situation, decided to chastise and go at Bryce Mitchell while not giving him a chance to respond or any opportunity to respond. Pretty much just throwing him under the bus, dragging him through the coals, like I say. Pretty much, right? So the sensitive motherfuckers, are, in this case, would actually be Bear. And I don't know if I want to throw Rampage Jackson in the mix there because, well, yeah, he said, what the fuck is wrong with you at the beginning of the episode, but it didn't...
You know, yeah, I was talking to my dad, and my dad was like, oh, prices were cheaper, and I was like, things have been going up. Things go up and down, and they fluctuate. Over here, eggs, where I'm at, eggs are like $8 right now for like a thing of eggs. It's pretty annoying, but I make stuff at home anyways, so, you know, we buy chicken, we go to Winco. We try and find the decent, at least the decent prices when we can. But the other thing I just think is funny is just how everybody just loves to follow the flock, because everybody's like, oh, Rampage, who cares what Rampage said? Why aren't you saying Rampage is a coward? Rampage said a little bit at the beginning of the episode, but he clearly thinks that Bear was wrong. Why didn't he say something to Bear's face then? Why wasn't he like, hey bro, chill the fuck out? You know, we talked about how we wanted to come talk to him, but like, you're talking to him crazy right now. Why didn't he do that? Everybody wants to dick ride, I swear.
It didn't seem to be in an attacking nature, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't seem to be an attack towards Bryce. It did seem like a genuine question, like why are you saying this shit online, right? Rampage Jackson disagrees. Then again, you have Bear going at him, talking about, you don't know him, history, this and that. Like, you learn this shit at an 8th grade level. Past that point, you can't just be peddling the shit that you learned in 8th grade for the rest of your life and acting like
the president telling you he can make the prices go down is lying. That's not how supply works, really. But they can make it go up. See, It's funny too because I'm pretty sure I didn't look into the statement, but I saw a single post linking to an article, and the article title was saying something along the lines of that Trump said once the prices are up, it's hard to bring them back down. So I don't know if we're gonna bring them back down. We'll see. But it's all bureaucracy. I want to try and get more into my local politics. That's something that I'm going to try and invest more into. Just in even not even just politics, just community building, because people need more of a communal structure, even if it is just a small communal structure between individuals that are like-minded. You need more groups. More groups thinking, coming up with ideas in a positive way to combat all the negativity. Because all I can think is the goal of any tyrant is to divide and conquer. So the only way to counteract that would be to unite, for all the individuals to try and, work as a counterbalance. Everybody work as a fulcrum for everybody else. We all help each other out. And everyone wants to scream, that's communism. No one likes communism. Who needs it to be communism? Hey, bro, I'll give you this now, but you're gonna owe me later. Give me a couple bucks right now. Give me something as a. And that's all money is, anyways. Money's just an IOU. Yeah, and I mean, the way everyone's talking, it seems as if they will fail within the near future, but we will see. What you hope is that we are a country of checks and balances. So things should
everything. There is no
even
situations.
out.
No,
there should be
more
pushback,
research
and there has been already.
Whether you want to or not is up to you. But don't go around acting like you're some fucking scholar and that you know everything. You know everything there is to know about the situation, because you're not. So please, just fuck.
You don't have to be super knowledgeable. You could take 25 minutes to do the research to know that everything he said was just completely wrong, and the way he was speaking was bigoted. In the podcast, Bryce was talking about the Japanese internment camps that we had in America and was like, those were good because we couldn't trust the Japs. Them Japs were doing... He was calling Japanese people Japs. Like, are we really going to act like, well, he's already said he was sorry. No, he didn't. What are you talking? No, he didn't. All he said was, I said I didn't like Hitler after the meth. I said that. All the bad stuff he did, I don't agree with it. You also said that you thought that they were just work camps, which would imply that he didn't do the bad stuff. It's just stupid.
Fucking give that shit up.
But the point is, what some of y'all people don't understand is that, we was just telling him, you got a platform now, you famous. Like, all you other cronies, y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say on Twitter and on the internet. Y'all can say what the fuck y'all want to say because you ain't famous. Yeah, some people, you get screenshot. Maybe you might lose your job if you go viral.
Watch a rampage.
And stuff like that, but
so it was all just in good faith, eh? We're just looking out for him.
Bryce retires.
Imparting wisdom. That's all.
UFC, get hurt and stuff.
I had a Toyota. That was the last car that me and my girlfriend had, was a Toyota, and it was going on 300,000 miles, and it only went out because a dude in a truck crashed into me. And it was still working. It was just the frame was all messed up, and insurance, it helped us. Those things can help sometimes, but it's only when you literally get like T-boned by somebody.
Tired, like what the people he was talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm being honest. They most of the time you're gonna working for them or some shit.
Most of the time you're gonna be working for them. So Rampage Jackson is speaking from personal experience there. Let's talk more about that. Very interesting, and that may honestly explain why they made this podcast to begin with, why they had Bryce on, because apparently the podcast was already booked. So why not just cancel the podcast, right?
I gotta be honest, this guy's kind of stupid.
If you don't agree with anything Bryce says and you don't want him to defend himself in any way, right? And if you really were coming at this with good faith, trying to look out for Bryce Mitchell, trying to let him know, hey man, when you got a big platform, you can't be saying wild shit like that. But you don't want to give him a platform to defend himself, and you only want to shit on him. You cannot have it both ways. It's clearly not good faith if you don't even want to give the guy the opportunity to defend himself and or explain his words. It really is crazy, this 18 minutes, because this is an 18-minute video that Rampage Jackson put out there. And believe me, it is 18 minutes of nothing but...
Hey, 80K miles is it? That's a couple years, you know. If you're taking it decent, a couple years.
But damage control. Nothing but that. And besides this, right, there has been some fallout in regards to what Bryce Mitchell said, the fighter and the kid, right? Fucking Brendan Schaub, as we know, major intellectual, huge in the academic scene. The guy's fucking massive. So as we know, he is obviously someone that we should be taking his words for at face value. Like, absolutely, we should do. Brendan Schaub, genius, right? Genius guy, and Brian Callen as well. Like these guys are just such a.
I just dropped some frames. I just saw it was stuttering a little.
Historians that they know everything. Bryce Mitchell's research is false. Their research is correct. Everything you were taught in school is correct. Question everything. Man. I'm so sick of this condescension that comes from people who have very, very basic education, and because they believe everything that they're told, they think that anything that contradicts what they were told or what they grew up believing is false instantaneously. Unless, of course, you'd like to argue that there are more than two genders, and in that case, I would just outright disagree with you. Just to clarify that one right there, right?
See, I think it's fine if you want to say there's only two genders, but I think we could also just use that to imply that the transgender women are women and the transgender men are men. Go that far. And that's fine. I don't really care about that. I also don't care to argue. Oh, it's not. There's no such thing as an. Shut the fuck up. You want to talk about? Oh, you're not a doctor. You're not a professional. This guy's an idiot. I'm not gonna finish watching this video. I'm gonna watch the video he didn't watch of the guy actually explaining why he deleted the video.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Hey everyone, James Lynch here. I wanted to make this video and be fully transparent with you guys and let you know that I made the decision this morning to take down the Bryce Mitchell Jackson podcast video where I kind of analyzed that whole situation, and this wasn't an easy decision. I don't like taking anything down on this channel at all that I've made. I stand by everything that I've made. I want to be very clear about that. But Bear reached out this morning and gave me a very reasonable explanation as to, you know, the whole situation, how they're going to handle it, how they're going to address it. And we both kind of agreed that me keeping this video up would kind of make things worse. So I'm not really involved in this.
Oh, he's just talking. I'm so confused. He's talking about another video he made that he took down.
Situation. The video was just me giving my take and my analysis on it. And again, I don't think I did anything wrong in that video, but I also want to see a resolution here. You know, I'm a journalist and a reporter first and foremost. I'm not a YouTube content creator. That's not my main thing. You know, we're sort of taught in that world, hear both sides of the story.
The way you always have to think about it is if there are any real conspiracies, they have to be really small. Because anything where they're like, it's a global thing that's happening where every doctor in every hospital across America is in on this conspiracy. You don't think there would be one person that would go rogue, that would get upset and feel scorned by somebody? Yeah, it's always the way it goes.
And after Bear explained everything this morning, we sort of had a bit of a chat. I can see his side of this. So that's why I made the decision to take things down. You know, I think that in the end, I think what everyone sort of wants here is for there to be some sort of resolution with how things were handled on Bryce's end, on you know, the podcast end. So I'll let them sort of deal with that. But again, I didn't want to do something on my channel and try and deceive you guys and take something down and not give a proper explanation. So that's sort of what this video is all about. The other thing I was seeing yesterday that I wasn't a fan of either, there's a lot of hateful comments on both sides of the coin. I'm not going to get into specifics, but I didn't want this video to be a platform for people to just spread a bunch of hate. That's not what this channel's about. If you want to find channels that hate on things in the industry,
yeah, the biggest conspiracy right now is that wealthy people are brainwashing ignorant people into fearing small groups of society. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's divide and conquer. It's the way of the world, the way of the tyrants. And I mean, it's not like you can blame them, you know, it's just what comes when people want ultimate power. And like, I don't know, and even just talking to some people, like one person was telling me like, well, if we ever needed to, we can just rise up. We can just rise up, guys. And it's like, yeah, but they have like, you know, bombers and stuff. I don't think we're gonna last long when they're hitting us with drone strikes and, you know, like jet fighters shooting at us. Like, I think we're gonna be done pretty quick. And that's why we have all this, you know, that's like the only reason to have society, is because otherwise you have a couple people that go, well, what if I just want to kill everybody? And then they do it. But when those are the people in power, then all is lost. But all you can hope is that you are one of the freedom fighters, that we become the underground. Yeah, and I mean, it's just the part that's hard for me is I've been trying to do more of the research, doing the history, doing the analysis, and nobody wants to listen. And I saw it. I forget what the exact quote is, but it's that quote about a pigeon playing chess, where is it arguing with a liar? I don't remember, but it's like arguing with whatever, arguing with. I think it was arguing with an anti-Semite. Is like just basically like arguing with an idiot in general. Is like playing it against a pigeon in chess. It will knock over all the pieces, shit on the board, and then strut around as if it's won. It's you can't win. There's no like reason to even play the game because it's gonna act as if the giving up was the winning at the end of the day. This video also seems like a nothing, so I think I'm gonna switch this. Damn, what is going on with my frame rate? It doesn't say I've dropped any frames. I just keep seeing I don't know what's up with my internet, but it just keeps showing me like dropping in my bit rate. My bit rate keeps going crazy low. Yeah, but we're gonna skip this too and get to the good stuff.
Hey, children!
Leave the truck.
Make sure you take care of your parents.
Now this is what I'm talking about. This is the real content. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. If you don't want to stay, feel free to leave. But this is gonna be really entertaining. I just need to go pee real quick. But yeah, like 1 minute probably or more. We'll see. Take a drink. That way it goes through. All right, I'll be back. I also had to send a video. That looks like Akron. Mostly the man on the line. Fair, fair. That's usually what I look for. My bitrate is going crazy. Now it's just telling me I have good connection. I don't even know what that means. It's telling me that my bitrate, it's showing it as lower than it is, but it's not that low. Whatever. Yes. This is by Ewu Bodycam. Thief attempts insane escape. Instantly regrets it. He thought he was going to slackline across. It looks like there were cops already on that side.
Hey, children!
Leave the truck.
Make sure you take care of your parents. As long as
You sold the children to take care of the parents. This is going to be great.
you can. Make sure you spend time. Something going on with them. I'm gonna get butt naked now.
I think he is. For the Bible tells us so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong.
Following reports of a robbery and multiple thefts on Saturday, March 23, 2024, police in Vancouver, Washington locate their suspect on the roof of a nearby restaurant, where his bizarre and increasingly reckless behavior reaches new heights. Things take a shocking turn, however, when the suspect's attempts to evade the police leave him dangling dangerously from a telephone wire. The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. Just after 5 p.m., an officer with the Vancouver Police Department responds to reports of a robbery and assault at a nearby restaurant. When he arrives, he meets with the victim, Shayla, and her sister, Dana, the restaurant's owner, to get a description of the suspect.
What did this guy look like?
He was African-American, I think.
Light skin, a black puffer jacket, bald,
no
toothless.
Great description. I mean, this is going to be a cakewalk finding this guy.
So the homeless guy comes in, says, I need to borrow a phone.
Yeah, jumps over the counter and
says,
says,
I need a phone. The police are after me. I said, we can't help you here. You can take, because there's
looks like a cartoon character. Let's find him.
I said, you can take that back door right back out and find some help somewhere else. Okay. He said, why not, man? Why not, man? I said, please leave. We're not going to help you.
Yeah.
He reaches over the counter, grabs her phone. She screams, give me my phone. Mm-hmm. He starts booking it towards the back exit. We run after him.
So he went out the back exit?
Yeah,
okay.
After the suspect fled, he threw the phone to the ground and disappeared down the street. At the same time, another officer...
I'd like to believe he, football spiked it into the ground.
...was responding to a separate call about a bike stolen from a yard and power tools taken from a vehicle in the same neighborhood. Neither officers yet realized the incidents were connected, or that this string of mischief was only the beginning. The officer leaves the restaurant to search the area. Soon, multiple bystanders flagged him down, reporting that a man had climbed onto the roof of the nearby Little Caneo restaurant.
The last place that we saw him was above, by that power line. I don't know.
We have technology. Let's find out if he's still up there.
The drone provides a visual on the suspect, who would later be identified as 47-year-old Ramondo Everett Stanley. As the officer attempts to get a closer look, Ramondo's behavior takes a destructive turn.
I can't confirm it's the same date for mine. I can only speculate. I need to do a field show. Yes, same 14. He's got a piece of the electrical wire, and he's just breaking windows on that building that's on the the east side. Sir, we're a little preoccupied right now. We got a dude on the roof that's throwing things at us. Okay, well, if you want to hang out, we got to get him into custody first. We can't really take eyes off of him. It's 2 buildings. Throwing bricks.
I like the idea that this guy was just like, can you stop playing with your toy and do something about this crazy guy on the roof? I know that thing is a lot of fun, but come on, man. Just shoot him already.
And watch your heads.
Bricks off the building.
While one officer keeps a close eye on Ramondo, another heads into the Little Caneo restaurant to speak with the employees and attempts to find a way onto the roof.
There's no physical access in here, right, to the roof?
No.
Are you guys okay? Injured at all? No?
No. Every time, whenever they work on this part of the building, they take a ladder.
Okay.
And from the parking lot. That's how they get up there. Okay. You came in here saying you're looking for him, he's trying to hide.
Oh. Yep.
With no access to the roof from inside the restaurant, officers are left baffled by how he got up there in the first place. Meanwhile,
I hope that noise was like the dish pit. Wasn't like the place exploding, the roof getting crushed.
An officer outside tries to talk to Ramondo, and the full scale of what they're dealing with becomes alarmingly clear.
And so he's standing on the ledge right now.
Like a 30 minutes of fentanyl.
What happened?
That needles of fentanyl.
You got where?
My veins. It will be.
Okay.
So get that thing off me. First. Yes, get out the window. Everybody out the block, because I know how to make bombs. And I'll blow the whole building. Now, this is a pretty big building, so do as I say.
Hey man, you gotta build the bomb first, so we got time.
And we're gonna get to
We'll take our chances.
You know, it's windy and I'm having a real hard time hearing you.
You got that guy.
Yeah. Please don't pull on that. So that wood is gonna break and you're gonna fall.
With a suspect who's potentially under the influence, getting him down safely before he hurts himself or someone else will prove challenging.
Another unit coming in. I need you on.
That is quite an interesting fact. What luck? I wonder if I guess since it was the academy, there was probably, or it was the training facility, not the academy. There's probably nobody training there at night, but I wonder if he would have knocked if they would have helped. Because it's like the one thing that I'll never give up the opportunity from a ride from a cop. It's like, hey, I don't give a just sit in the back, whatever. I don't have to put on handcuffs, right? Not like I have anything on me. But you put me in the back anyways. But they have to give you a ride if they talk to you. So, hey man, give me a ride. Give me as far as you can take me. City limits, whatever. If they don't, they're breaking their duty. Get their badge number and report them. I've only had a few experiences with cops, and it's either you gotta have a silver tongue. Pretty easy if you just go, I don't know, man. I was just in a hurry. Whatever, man. Whatever. I just gotta go. Or, man, fuck you. Get the fuck off me, man. It's those two. There's no in between. And they gave you 2 weeks for that? Was that just until did they give you a probation or anything? It's just such a... I understand trespassing or whatever, but given the circumstances, would they have preferred a dead body in front of the police training facility? Those are the type of questions that lawyers should be asking.
The main street side, that's another entrance. You can get into another set of buildings.
Thankfully, an employee is able to provide the keys to a vacant building next door to the restaurant. Officers prepare to breach through an upstairs window, but they have no idea the risks Ramondo is willing to take to evade capture.
I'm fine with the four of us because we got to get up here because he's breaking now. So.
All right. So I'll be shielded and talking. You're lethal.
It was impossible to tell. See, you should have really played it up and been like, I hurt my ankle. I'm suing you guys. I shouldn't have even been able to get up there. I'm suing you. Like a slip and fall guy. Worth a shot. What the hell? Well, I mean, I think we're fine. At least the audio's okay. Whatever.
I sleep on.
I'm going to go hands on.
I want to jump in my ball. What's your name? Don't worry about it. Get my ball, please.
Yep, I think he's hanging on the wires.
He's just scared. He wants his mom.
Let's go. Move up. Be careful. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Hey, man, we don't want to do this. Come on, dude. You talk.
Give me your hand, buddy. No. You're going to fall here. All right. Ain't nobody climbing in. Come on, man. Come here.
I should sue you too.
Everybody, you don't need no
You're right.
blanket. I don't want no blanket. Hey, you're going to fall, man.
Not about the Drake part. Scratch
You
that.
got to reposition.
Keep verbal through that.
Jake, I'm going down.
It's fine. It's fine.
I wouldn't do that. Why don't you come down? We can talk, man. Come on. We'll talk to your boss. Get him out here.
No. Back up and then get going.
Come on, man.
If we back up, will you come back over here?
Let's go.
I really do like the idea. I keep saying this. I keep saying I like the idea. It's my new catchphrase. But I just envisioned in my head him getting all the way across and thinking once he's on the other side on that other building, he's like, haha, what are you going to do now? And immediately cops walk behind him and are like, put your hands behind your back. Like, what is the game plan here? I guess there is no game plan.
You got a fat mouth. Will you not go over there if we stop talking to you?
Hey, who's down there with you? Hey, Butler, if you want to come down here, and I don't know if he's going to make it across. He's trying to climb across right now, the wires.
Ramondo perilously hangs 20 feet over solid asphalt. A fall from this height could be fatal, but as one firefighter explains, a fall isn't the only danger he faces.
Which one's the hot one?
So the weatherhead's hot, up one's hot. He's on cable and telephone.
He's just on telephone stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
If he goes up top,
the other ones are going that pole. Those are hot. They're not that weatherhead right there.
Okay.
Hey, get Tim to put that down, bro.
Isn't that some easy?
Tell him to take it down. Wasting my time. I'm in charge.
To ensure Ramondo's safety, officers think of a way to break his fall.
Can you bring the truck over so we can have the truck?
I don't know. What?
I would, I don't want to lose.
Firefighter.
I don't know.
Hey, children.
Let's leave the truck.
Make sure you take care of your parents as long as you can. Make sure you spend time.
Something going on with
With
them.
them.
I think it's reasonable to
But
bring
it's
it
very
up.
important.
We can.
Bro said, there's something going on. Reasonable to bring what? To bring their engine? Oh, they're going to bring the fire engine up? They're going to bring him down like a cat. It's okay, buddy. Don't fight, don't scratch.
It's all right, sir.
Their engine up, get them underneath immediately.
Hey, can you get out of the road, please?
Get out, bro.
Guys there.
Give
with
it
the
10
kids.
minutes, he'll
You guys
fall.
are going to need to go. You don't want your kids watching this. Get your kids out of here.
If you're comfortable with bringing the truck up, then we'll get better.
He'll be hurt.
At least.
but He's on drugs. He'll live.
Yeah, we can
When
put
the
the engine right
don't
here.
need that.
I'm fine with that. Hey, when we do bring that engine up,
I'm gonna hop on.
we'll just have one up top, because if he jumps down, he's going to jump off immediately, and we need to at least us down here. But if he stays up, we'll be up there in a second. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Firefighters begin to move the truck into position beneath Ramondo, but they quickly realize there's a flaw in their plan.
A little bit more.
Thank you for stopping in. I really do appreciate it.
A little bit more.
Good luck on your test.
A little bit more. Hey, he's already
You've got it.
No, he's
Knocking on wood for you.
Stop.
Ramondo hangs from the wire with only his outstretched arms, leaving him one wrong move away from a treacherous fall. In the meantime, 2 officers take position on the opposite roof in case he attempts to escape across the wires to the other side.
If he gets here, we're going hands real quick.
Okay, sounds good.
Because it's going to be a fight, and it's going to take all those people a little bit to get up here.
Okay.
And then trying to get him down, I don't know how we're going to do that.
Sounds good.
Let's just try to get him secured if he does get to the side.
Back on the ground, officers attempt to reason with Ramondo, hoping an enticing offer may convince him to come down on his own.
Hey, Rick, I got SIGs if he wants a SIG.
Yeah.
I got one.
He gives me one in.
I'll give you one if you come down, dude.
Yeah, like.
I promise. I got him in my bag. I got a whole pack. You want menthol or regular?
Here.
I'll go get it, but you got to jump on the fire.
An officer on the roof calls Shayla, the victim of the earlier robbery, in the hopes she might be able to identify the suspect as the same man from the restaurant.
Currently, there's a gentleman. He's hanging from some wires. And if you'll tell me if this is the same guy that assaulted you earlier today.
Is there any way we can get you down? No. By doing what I said. I'm going to that one. You want to go that route? Get back. Give me what I want. That means get back. Back it up! I'm gonna get butt naked now.
As Ramondo's jaw-dropping antics continue, Shayla arrives on the scene, and officers begin connecting the dots between each of their robbery cases.
You can probably go up to like where that Jeep is. Well, maybe a little bit, yeah. Just don't get any closer than that. And...
I'll go up to that one.
Okay, yeah, that's him. Okay. And Sam 14, just for info, that is going to be 100% positive as my suspect for the robbery in the second degree.
And Sarge, it's the same for mine too, because he's missing a shoe. He left his other shoe at the scene of the theft. Theft 2.
Okay.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Ramondo's charges will have to wait, as he's been holding on for just over 20 minutes, and it won't be long before exhaustion and gravity bring him down, one way or another.
You're gonna fall. You know that, right? No! Take this shit off, boy. Why do you want
Back on the roof, officers are still puzzled by an earlier question.
I wonder how he got on that building. Like, what?
So I think I saw. So from the interior, from the inside that I saw, there was a round spot followed by like a block and then an air conditioning unit. With him and being as athletic as he is, he could have committed. If you commit to the jump, you're
hardcore.
So.
Firefighters move the truck into a new position beneath him, giving an officer the chance to get closer to Ramondo. But what Ramondo does next is so unexpected, it leaves everyone in utter shock.
Hey, we have some stuff ready for you. Are you really trying to go to the bathroom right now?
Yes.
You're fighting gravity.
Oh. He's pooping. Can't remember that. He's pooping.
Yeah, really defecating.
Hey, Log, just so you know, he did use the bathroom in his pants.
Backing away from the truck, officers wait for his inevitable fall.
Is he saying he's shitting his pants, or is his pants down? Is he shitting up into the air? That's kind of impressive.
While landing on the fire truck would be less dangerous for Ramondo, an officer highlights a potential risk.
I think that's his pants. I thought that was the shit first. I was like, bro's just dropping a log.
That could make the situation far worse when he does.
Hey, Wilkes. He's got access to like tools on top of this fire truck, just so you know. For
Are these power lines turned off?
So the top ones are the hot ones, the high ones. The ones that he's on are like TV and cable vision and all that kind of stuff. I think they shut off the power though.
What's up?
5 more. Don't shoot me.
I don't want to.
My head. Mr. Gill, you still ain't did shit I said.
By now, Ramondo has been holding on for nearly 45
minutes. She could
have
just said, I won't.
Whoop.
I mean, there's no reason to shoot him at this point.
It's just us.
No, there's 3 other people on the other side.
Are they contacting?
He jumps down at her and she just shoots him on his way down. I missed it. Wow. Small fall, he's fine.
Down.
Come on down.
Come down.
I swear to God.
Just come on down the ladder, Bo.
Told you. Now. Oh. Don't shoot me. I can take what you do. Live one.
If you talk to me, we can figure out treatment. But if you just stay up there, we can, right?
Turn them off. Get off.
Let's
Get
give
out
him
of
the
here.
last lethal
Yep.
weapon.
Beep. Beep. Beep.
Will you give a warning?
Hey,
you got political orders. Force may be used against you.
You're going to say.
40 millimeter.
I'll be on the backside here.
Illegal force. You understand? This is your warning!
What
Force
warning?
gets you!
We're talking about. I want everybody else to go. Okay? Even you. And you're too big. I'll beat you in arm wrestling. If I beat him in arm wrestling, can't take me there. I don't know about that, but here's what.
That'd be pretty great. He beats him in arm wrestling and they let him walk. A deal's a deal. Get going.
I want 3 minutes. I'll tell you those 3 minutes. If nobody supports you. They want me to do it by myself.
So I want to help you get into treatment.
Please.
I want to help you get into treatment. You got to come down first, okay?
Is that the plan? How much time am I doing?
I don't know.
Just confirm one more time. Wilkes will shoot 40 only. Brad will be secondary just in case. I'll give you the command to shoot. Copy.
With officers positioned on both roofs and ready to act, it's now up to Ramondo how this ultimately comes to an end.
And everybody think I'm a snitch. I got help from the lady.
If you don't listen to
Took
my
her sneak talk, and they think I'm a snitch.
and I don't want
Sister's
that.
phone number?
Until all these want to kill me now. So they chased me, 30 of them, and they chased me. I'll come down for these.
Okay.
Just come down. You can sit right here on the treatment. I know you guys are lying. I'm not lying. I'm coming down.
I'm not lying. I can't wrong you about jail
I need
time.
support.
So why don't you just take a seat on the top of the engine, then you can jump down from there.
Tackle me and break my neck, and I'm already hurt.
Yeah.
Out.
And we're gonna get you checked out by the ambulance.
Took them to prison.
At Harbor Freight, we do business differently from the other guys. We design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman.
I strongly agree.
I'm not going to do anything.
You got my word.
I want a hug from all your people that's here today.
All right.
You got my word. If you come down safe, man.
My troops to send on how I did today. I hope I trained and learned, and you guys learned something. But you know what the guy told me? We need more soldiers out here. My robot. I love the world.
Be careful to get down. You want help or you got it?
I got bigger shoulders than you.
All right, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Be careful getting down.
I love the world.
Come here, bro. Come here. Give me a hand. There you go.
I didn't grab me.
I tried.
No, we
No, bro.
Damn.
We gotta put your handcuffs. Make sure you ain't got no weapons on you. All right.
I know. I love you guys. I want for real. I'll take your hand too.
All right.
I could rent to that. Well, I was thinking all kinds of. I love you guys. I'll be a snitch. I want the sheriff's car. It was comfortable.
No, sheriff car is off duty.
Oh, he let me put my meth pipe in there. It was good to see you.
Sir,
That's how I feel.
Bro,
love you, kid.
Come on, man. At least let him take his meth pipe.
You guys, I'm proud of you guys. My whole body.
He wants to talk to paramedics.
You want to talk to medics?
He said his whole body hurts.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I didn't give up. Mama, I love you.
Gerald. Smoke good?
Gerald.
Put some meth in there. Have some bomb.
Meth in there? No meth.
It's medicine. Meth is medicine for me. Fentanyl's not. Don't do fentanyl.
Paramedics finally arrive and assess the full extent of his injuries.
Go ahead and see it right there. There you go. Go ahead and take a seat.
That's my broken thumb. You see it?
Broken thumb? Yeah, we'll get it looked at here in a second.
There you go. Oh, don't push me.
Nope, other way.
I know you gotta loosen this up. Look it.
You want me to help you?
Yeah, please.
All right, sit up this way.
I have a feeling it's not going to be a quick trip to hospital.
I'm in the next room, Paul. Get it.
47-year-old Ramondo Stanley was transported by ambulance to Peace Health Southwest Washington Medical Center. Upon his release from the hospital, Ramondo was booked into the Clark County Jail on multiple charges, including second-degree robbery and theft. He later pleaded guilty to second-degree robbery and 2 counts of third-degree theft, while all other charges were dropped. As a result, he was sentenced to 75 days in jail.
Yeah, that ain't too bad. Seems like he kind of got off easy, not gonna. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to fix bandwidth issue that I'm having. Methinks. Do. Choose this. It's gonna drop out successfully. Back up. Hope. Open against hope. This keeps us right. This keeps us blessed. I kind of doubt it. So moving on to the next thing. Oh yeah, this one looked interesting. Well, that didn't work. Truly high level content. I don't know if it's going to be much better, but here's to hoping. I guess I should say what this is. So this is from Japanese Food Craftsman. It's called Discover Secret Japanese Apartment Bar run by Tattooed Chef. Is he Yakuza? Nah, he's just cool. Just a sick guy.
No problem, man. みんなが来てくれるありがたいそれだけで。見た目はあれですけど、来てくれる人はみんな優しいんで、みんないろんな人ウェルカムでよろしくお願いします。
Anyone is welcome here. That's enough. Here, I'll do an American translation. American voiceover dubbing. English voiceover dubbing, but American dialect. Looking forward to working together today. You like? Going shopping now. Heading to the supermarket around the corner. Let's go.
Oh no,
I missed that part. These are local eggs. I'm only buying local eggs. Can't buy anything but local eggs. He knows what's up. Only bought eggs today, sorry. Looks like we're eating eggs. I got my first tattoo in Mission. I really like yokai, Japanese folklore, monsters, and spirits, and Buddha Shinto images. My most recent tattoo is the snake. I had a client who had a snake wrapped around their wrist. I heard the luck went up, so I asked the same engraver to do the same thing for me. Radishes and peaches look like a restaurant. Peach is the fruit of God. I like peaches. 2 daikon radishes are offered to something. Offering. Beautiful stuff. Snake woman and Tibetan scar on her back. Tibetan monk.
To be donning the mantle and being handed the shield. The
Tibetan monk. When a high-ranking monk died, decorate its skeleton and make it into a legal instrument. My tattoo artist and his son are coming to visit in a bit. He's actually a veranda. I don't know what that means. I've hidden it. Or this is actually a veranda. This is from the flea market. A customer bought it for me. This is the style I like. Sexy toy chest, it says. He's like, oh, I haven't watched Naruto, so he's like Kakashi. A little classy, a little risque.
This is キノコ冷凍した方がうまいって道の駅のばあちゃんが言ってました間違いないばあちゃんが言うならうちまだ12月で
I forgot I'm supposed to be reading this.
昔からの夢
I've been kind of it's been kind of a dream I've had for a while to open a type of place. It's fun, though a bit tough financially.
くれると
So this is his tattoo artist. Perhaps.
これ赤星にしよう。赤星
Nice.
それ何どこで保育園の行事ああそれだね
So is it a bar or a restaurant? Maybe it's just lost in translation.
Yo, obi.
Just some salt and pepper wings. I have confidence in my fried noodles. I have okonomiyaki sauce. What a guy. See? I'm not usually into this type of food. Just noodles aren't my favorite. I like Italian pasta.
今働いてるアミターバータトゥーで僕が入った頃に
Met in a tattoo studio.
めちゃくちゃ美味しいです。じゃああとこの空間
It's so delicious here. And the space too is just awesome.
最高
He's right. Seriously, it's so good. It looks really good. Some mushrooms.
明日じゃんいよいよ決戦は日曜日ってやつ美味しい
So good. There's the bar part. It's kind of fire. He just brings the homies over. He's like, you pay for a meal, I cook you up something. That's the way it's supposed to be. Hope the Japanese government doesn't encroach on his business. That just dough? What is it? He spoke English this whole time? Come on, man. Probably wouldn't eat that one.
違うとこ出してそれが幸運のビールどれですか？いただきます。それだと名前何でしたっけ？バッシー。バッシー。
Bro is a true legend.
No problem, man.
No problem, man.
Cheers.
He's so real.
ママジャパニーズ。江戸川コナン。コナン江戸川。
ブレイキングバット見てるんで俺は。
バシルスカルはメキシコ？チベタ？
あ、メキシカンスカルあるよ。
They also just gave up on the subtitles.
本当だ。
これなんだっけ？
カトリーナ。
って言うんけ。
Día de los Muertos.
早すぎて全然。ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
いただきます。いただきます。
現状維持で。そうですね。みんなが来てくれるありがたいそれだけで僕の料理でですね。この店の雰囲気味わってもらえたら最高です。見た目はあれですけど、来てくれる人はみんな優しいんで、全然みんないろんな人ウェルカムでよろしくお願いします。
If I ever go to Japan, I know where I'm going. Dude's a legend. And he used the eggs, just like he said. He's a man of his word.
ホテル民泊運営は当チャンネルにご相談を。
You betcha. That's that one. Okay. I just can't stop smiling. This is a video from Armored MMA. And it's Armored MMA, Evan Ringo versus Dakota Miller. Pro fight at light heavyweight. It's Armored MMA. This is medieval MMA. This is so awesome. We've seen car wrestling and phone booth boxing, but medieval MMA is next level. Or it's karjutsu. It's karjitsu or whatever. Karjitsu, not cars. I don't think they can strike.
Fighter number 1.
Oh, here, let's get the stats. Let's get the stats real quick. Dakota Miller is from Columbus, Indiana. He's 5'9", 205 pounds. He's been doing this for only 4 years. He's 33 years old. And then we have Evan Ringo from Nashua, New Hampshire. 5'8", 200 pounds, but he has 6 years experience advantage, and a 5-year age disadvantage because he's getting towards those older years. The hips might not be working the same. Let's just get into this.
From Nashua, New Hampshire, it's Evan Ringo.
The level of professionalism on this is awesome. Because you know that they started with like bare bones, like nothing. You know it started in someone's backyard or something. I'm going to have to find the oldest Armored MMA event and watch that, because this is so great. I love this.
All right. Fighter number 2. From Columbus, Indiana.
From Columbus, Indiana, Dakota Miller. I could be in an episode. Give the kid a fist bump. I'm voting for Dakota. I'm rooting for Dakota right now because he gave that kid a fist bump. He's for the people. What I say, for the people.
All right, here we go. We got Dakota Miller and Evan Ringo setting up for this first fight.
Welcome back to our pro fight portion of the evening. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the blue and yellow tabard from Nashua, New Hampshire, we have Evan Ringo. And his opponent from Columbus, India, it's Dakota Miller. The fighters have agreed to 3 2-minute rounds. You're taking to the ground and you sit up.
That's how I messed up earlier.
Seconds. No illegal strikes. Obey the referee at all times and defend yourselves at all times. Fighters, do you agree to these terms? Then touch tips and back to your corner.
Don't say touch tips.
All right, here we go. First fight of the intermission. We got Dakota Miller and Evan Ringo.
Fighter number 2, are you ready? And that's now, who's ready to kick off this pro fight evening? And start fight.
We got Evan over here in the Jester kind of attire with from Nashua, like The Office.
Exactly. This man is a
These stances are great already. I love this.
Jester in every kind of way.
I love this so
amazing
much.
Fighter. Let's see some cool stuff.
And he's wearing, notice he doesn't have a shield like everybody else. He's got that buckler, which is used to punch a lot harder.
Definitely punch him. We got Dakota Miller, who is no slouch
striking
at all, from Kenyas. Amazing team.
Already got that clinch going in there. Evan going for the knees. He's going to try to work that helmet under the chin to create that pressure.
Let's see how this grappling game is. This is MMA.
Yeah, he almost had him. And he didn't put much effort into that. Just barely hooked that leg.
It doesn't take a lot with the momentum going on.
Didn't put a lot of effort into it, bro. They're wearing full suits of armor. Chill out. Give him a bit of a break.
Ringo's giving a lot of energy back.
Ooh.
Yep. And he's got
there we go.
Yeah, he's got it. And he's got full mounting.
Oh, Ringo's on top.
Get up past. And
Dakota, you got this.
And he's holding that shield. He's like, I'm not going to get points. Give him the knees.
There's that knee on the belly like you were talking about.
Yep.
But Dakota's doing a good job locking his arms up there, but he's using his knees to go ahead and get some points.
And he's putting the weight into it. This is, once again, you're tired. The wind is getting knocked out of you.
Right. And they still have another minute. That's the difference between those pro fights now.
Yes. For those of you back home, once again, these are pro fights before we had the exhibition fights. So these ones, 2 minutes make all the difference.
All right, looks like there's a equipment malfunction there.
It is. So you may not know for at home, Ringo also goes by Ringo Trash Night. So he's kind of one of those guys like, hey, I just like fighting. And some of his kit is, you can see it put together. It is seen a lot, though. He has fought on world teams over across the seas, multiple championships. He's an amazing guy.
Well, yeah, and the kit, you know, kit is not cheap. It's expensive. Like to get your whole thing. I mean, you're looking at how much for a brig?
Around for a brig, it could be anywhere from $500 all the way up to like $1,200.
Yeah, and then you got, I mean, that's
so you're buying them to
your
last.
leg pieces, your gauntlets,
and you're going to make sure they
your degrees,
your
gambeson, everything.
We're just looking there at the pictures, all that stuff. Just the legs right there is about $1,500 all the way up to maybe $2,000.
Yeah, so a full kit of armor.
Drip out, drip to the T.
$3,800, maybe $4,000. No, it's not. That's a starter
not
kit.
To me.
No, it's not. Not to anybody,
Some
please.
people are like, yeah, no, man, that's $3 to me, dog.
For anyone home, if they're $3, they need to sponsor me.
Go.
Yeah,
for the Samurai.
You guys are already winded.
And these guys are pros, so they're taking their time, but they're also filling each other out because they know every point counts.
And people see with Ringo is coming up, it looks like he's just blocking, but that can be turned into a sword strike at any moment.
Yeah. Ringo, yeah, there he is, those short little punches, but they're making the head right back. I'm talking to the counters. They said they got to see that head right back for it to count.
That's why you can't have a little tink-tink or a little tap.
Yep, Dakota's doing a good job of kind of keeping him away and circling off that cage when he feels himself go back against the cage.
Just reverse it. Exactly what you're talking about. You just reversed it right there. Put Ringo on it.
Yep, short body shots.
Come on, Dakota.
There's that knee.
Keep working him with the knees.
There's that knee.
10 seconds left. This is even going for a minute and 50 seconds.
Yeah.
That grind. Nice punches.
And Ringo's got to get the underhook, and at that position, it's almost impossible to get the underhook from there, especially when you have a sword under your hand. For those of you at home, again, watching, when you get that underhook, you're going under that armpit and trying to reach around their back so that you can create that leverage to lift them off the ground or just get that leg or the hip in front of them to drop them on the ground.
And that's the part when you're wearing armor, you have wings on the corner, so the wings getting locked in there, also the gauntlet, and then you have the quillions or the cross guard, so it gets even harder to pull it out.
100%. And that's what people don't talk about. We have, because I was talking to Mickey, we have tons of guys, fighters all over the world, like, I want this, I want some of this, I want some of this. And I was one of them. It's different. You cannot use
it's really
the whole
terrible
arsenal
stuff, Tony.
that you've known your whole life. You got to change everything up because, like you said, you're going for a simple underhook, and now you just mentioned 3 obstacles that stop you from getting the underhook,
either
plus the weapon. So 4.
Either from getting in or getting out.
Right.
And that's the thing where people don't think, they're like, well, I just work around it. I'm like, okay, all right, come out there, and it's getting caught in the claw.
Yeah.
This is where armor is different. It's allowed to be worn. We talked about tabards. We talked about wearing your heraldry or your colors. That can still get caught up in the blows.
Right.
Now, granted, if it gets
these two are like straight from like a WWE event. I guess they're the only ones that should be like announcing for this.
It's too stuck. They're gonna pull it up, stop it out. But
yeah, and some people will use that as an advantage too. They'll let you get the underhook so they can
that is a sick tattoo.
And then turn you off. That's the chess, man.
Dude, it's 3-dimensional chess, 4-dimensional chess.
Chess,
and we talk about people with armor. People have all the big shiny steel armor. It looks great.
Yeah.
However, sometimes if you have the padded stuff, when they go for the leg shot, if you see it, it's obviously going to happen.
Right.
But sometimes you don't hear that tink sound.
Yeah.
So that's when now judges are like, was that good? Was that not good?
Right.
And it starts getting dicey.
That's right. And they're coming up a little close on it now. With pros, how much time they get to repair the armor?
This one, they're still getting them a minute time. The breaks are still, I think we're going 2 minutes wise.
Yep, looks like.
Because you want to make sure they get that little
And if you can't get that armor fixed,
you're just toast.
Done.
Yep.
Fighter number 2 when you're ready. Internationals ready for round number 2.
Got Steven from the first fight over here beside us. Big, gigantic Jotun.
And start fight.
All right, here we go. Round 2. Again, filling each other out. They're keeping that distance. Ringo's staying moving. Good dodge. Remember, if you're within range to hit, you're within range to get hit.
Dakota's got him on the back foot.
Ringo needs to stay off that cage. I think he's very well aware. He knows what he's doing. There we devastating. Good. Those good boys are.
As my man Mighty Mouse would say, our boy Dakota is keeping he's controlling the void. Let's do a void analysis, like for our boy Mighty Mouse. He's clearly trying to assess his range here because these swords are adding a whole new element.
Swinging with those swords. And that's the thing. Sometimes you got to pick when to fire that hard strike with the sword.
Ooh.
Other times when to go soft.
Yeah.
Dakota is so good.
Muscles.
100%. Now people also talk about, once again, they're like, throw some feints in there, throw some other stuff where it takes energy to throw a feint.
All energy. Yep. Think of like the video
they are
game,
throwing
you got the bar
feints,
of the
though.
stamina.
100%.
That's 100% it, like an Elden Ring.
This is what I think when I go in a fight. I'm like, if I do this move, I only have so much left.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, amazing. So the Ringo throws
Hit him with a
shot.
great left.
People be like, why is he putting down his guard? Because you're resting your arms and stepping out of range.
Good reverse there. Good, man, Dakota's been on point with the reverse of being there. It's called ring awareness.
Yes.
And knowing exactly where he's at in the
Oh,
cage.
you said that right.
Very
Oh,
hard
there he
thing to
goes.
develop as a fighter.
It is. It's knowing where you are, because if you push too far and you're not in the cage yet, you're going to go down or someone's just going to
I would make a guess that Ringo, or whatever his name is, Evan Ringo, is has some kind of experience in the sword play. But I think Dakota Miller has more MMA experience. I know it said 4 years, but I feel like he has more MMA experience. Just the way that he's kind of been controlling this fight, he's been moving very well.
Ariuchi was a sase.
Right. And it can be a totally different.
I don't know if he's gotten more
That could be the
strikes though.
difference
He
between
could have
when
been
it
getting
works and
pieced up this whole
It
time.
looks like his sword's caught in the cage there.
I don't know what way they.
Yeah, it was definitely through. I think Ricky
I don't know
saw
what
that
way
and he was like,
they
hey,
score
just in
this.
case. Because those are the things that also can get people hurt.
I like how Dakota took that sword punch, but he didn't go to the helmet. He went like almost below the neckline, just a little bit into the top of the chest.
Just a little bit.
Oh, nice down. That's what I was talking about.
Ground and pound. Go neon stomach.
Quickly reversed and then got that sweep and then capitalized.
Yep, because he knew he had just like a foot. He's like, I can use this and then get her up.
Trying to reverse it.
Ringo gets it. Ringo response.
He's like, right.
But Dakota, again, rolls into that dominant position to try to stop him from getting those points.
Nice.
Like,
hey, he's making those
getting
shots
points, man. Yeah.
Ringo's getting the shots in.
Just inside knees. Like,
that's awesome.
I mean, his knee was literally like this. Just.
I feel like Dakota definitely
did exactly what we're talking about with ring awareness. Ringo after that was like, all right, cool, I see you. And then he does it right back to him, which is great.
And points-wise, cancels out pretty much.
I'm not even thinking their vision is got to be like
fuzzy on how many shots Dakota did when he was on top before Ringo. And I'm sure if they're catching those Ringo's knees, I feel like those were just kind of slop. And they're kind of like, no.
The push off the ring.
Very good. I'm not really sure where to call it right now. Off the, like, if I'm going with just natural, what I would kind of just naturally think, which is what I think we should do.
Yeah.
First instinct is Dakota
I'm loving
right
this
now.
right now.
Maybe. But it could be Ringo, too, because Ringo's been very active. He's done a great job of delivering those punches with the buckler. I want to see more buckler from Ringo.
I want to see a lot more buckler from Ringo. And he's using his assertiveness. As you can see, people in their corner, people don't think about the corners. He has Mike Johnson, who's an amazing fighter, who is also from Night Fights.
The Knight has shown his face.
Other side with Kenyans. They're both Kenyans brothers.
He has exposed his weaknesses.
It's hard to find now online.
Dakota is sure to win.
Download it.
Yeah,
those guys
it was
should.
awesome.
But Ringo's one of the veterans of things we're working on.
And that was well below before this sport really blew up. That was out. I remember watching that on TV. It was awesome.
Yeah. They were actually both on the show, Mike Johnson and Ringo. So these are veterans, and they're helping each other. So now they're talking about what you need to work on. You see Mikey's getting in his ear. On the Kenya side, he's saying you're ahead. Work on those headshots. He tapped on his head. You need to control that. Because he's also talking about how he reversed him so easily. Or at least that's what I think on the side.
No, I think you're right. What, with Dakota's corner, do you know Dakota's corner, man?
I don't know his name, but they're both brothers of Kenyas. He'd probably kill me to see if I can see the face size. But the whole Kenyas group is awesome.
No, I'm sorry.
Nikki's
I didn't put you on the spot.
No, it's okay.
Hey, do you know his name? He's like, no, he's a great family friend. We're at every family reunion together, and he forgot who I was.
We're going to get to this final round here. I'm going to jump in here and help you guys with the commentary. It's going to be fun. So you guys been killing it, but I want to hop in and say my piece. So.
No, please.
15 seconds. Lock and load and let's go.
But like I said, that's what we're talking about. This is where you have your things that you're working on, and your corners can make it or break it for you.
So this is the final round.
Saying, you're doing well, step it up, or hey, rope-a-dope him, get him in a little bit longer. But now we're going to get Mickey in a little bit. This can help us see inside.
I'm telling you, Dakota's a sportsman through and through.
Fighter number 1, are you ready?
He is a knight.
Fighter number 2, are you ready? And National, are you ready for this final round? And start fighting.
Oh,
ooh,
right
he
on that teep.
came in swinging.
Such a good teep. No, Ringo's that energy.
He kind of a crow hop into that teep.
Yeah, he could not get this
Get a
teep
little
all the
momentum
way
behind the teep kick.
It was almost just a front kick.
What do you think Dakota needs to do in this one?
You
what
know,
is the
Dakota
difference?
needs to
I think
lean
a teep was
really. I
more
actually
of
used
a
my first pro fight I ever
slap,
fought.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he needs to
I don't
lean
know my
into his
MMA
grappling
now.
skills. Actually,
Don't know my
like I know he's
kickboxing.
great with the sword, but
Don't know
his
my
skills lie in being
Muay
able
Thai.
to sweep people's feet out.
He demonstrated that earlier fantastically.
Yeah, Gavin was talking about that.
Super slick.
His ring awareness was great, and then the next thing he put him on the ground.
Something's on the ground down there in the cage. I don't know what flew off.
It's
Looks like a strap.
Buckler. No, it was a little bit of dirt.
Oh, okay.
And, they're splintering.
Now we're doing that grappler we're talking about.
Ooh.
Good inside kick. You can turn that into a sweep if it's capitalized on the right time.
Yeah, I think it's trying to reap it.
He's
Good
definitely
reversal.
going for
There's
a
that
sweep.
reversal, and he's getting his back up against the cage. Now Dakota's got to lower his level so he doesn't get swept.
Ooh, just forced it.
Let the weight topple over. He's got side mount.
It's really great side mount. And Ringo had a nice clinch on the side. He's holding his sword, but once again, that kept him really close. And Dakota worked on the grappling, just like Mickey said.
Man, I got to comment on Ringo. Even though he's on the bottom here, he did good covering up. But
Yes.
I watched him. He grabbed the inside of Dakota's gauntlet and realized he was doing that, and then let go.
Yes.
which is it's good sportsmanship because you
Great.
could probably get
They
away
both
with that. Honestly,
seem like really good sports.
There's
And
nothing
it was
really
good
saying
that he did
can't grab onto the gauntlet to defend
Honestly.
himself. They're both taking advantage of our new rule that you're allowed to ditch the weapon when you're on the ground. So it's a new rule to our league, and we allow them to continue fighting.
That should be how it is, because unless they can pull it, because I mean, in a fight like between two knights, if it got to the ground, I imagine they'd probably pull out a dagger or something and try and actually stab each other. So they probably wouldn't let it get that far. But I don't know.
And then we're
This
going
is
to try to
showing
pick up
me
that weapon we were talking about.
This is showing me that two knights fighting would probably last a lot longer than we would expect.
Talked about that earlier. Yeah.
Imagine on the battlefield, you're like, hey,
give it a second.
Timeout. Let me pick up my sword.
And then, dang, my gauntlet comes off. Put that back on. I always thought gauntlets were hard to get on.
They can be. Once time, like a lot of armor becomes like a second skin if it fits you correctly.
There we go. These guys are going. This leg strike from Dakota. Leg strike, short jab.
This is where you see their gas tanks. They're in the last 30 seconds here. They're going to need to push hard.
This is the conditioning.
Yeah, they both have that overhook.
Ooh,
there's that swing again,
dude.
Rigo's coming in, and then they are down again. Man, Dakota's doing a great job capitalizing.
He's got to be throwing some knees in. He can actually work a lot of knees in for this position.
There's that knee on belly you're talking about, Spencer.
On belly.
And he's just pounding. Get up.
Yep, just trying to hit that Gambeson, hit you right in the middle.
This one, Ringo's going to his head. He's like, he's just trying to catch as many as he can, but he's trying to rest it out because you can't use your energy to get up at that point when you're like that.
Right. That was a great fight. That was cool to watch.
It was an amazing fight.
We're going to
they
judges.
Did a great job. You saw
I'm
two
going
athletes,
Dakota.
like you said.
Dakota Miller.
My money, I will say Dakota.
My
Dakota did a great job. I think his ring awareness won him that fight.
I think it did.
Very, very good ring awareness.
Yeah, being patient like that, allowing like Ringo to grind against him, and just muscling just enough to like get the upper hand in those, and then waiting for that opportunity.
Right.
Because Ringo's no slouch in the grappling.
Not
he
at all.
He's
praying to Christ.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's light on his feet. He's super fast, but you know.
Dakota, man.
And Doug.
You'll be back. Emus.
This guy's definitely a Christian.
Yeah. Dang it. Where's something we talk about in armor once again? You're like, Dakota, I don't know that guy at all. They take off the helmet. Dude,
He's one of my oldest buddies in the sport, actually. So
yeah, he's a trip, man.
Good to see him back out there, yeah.
But sometimes people are like, I don't know who you are, and they put on the helmet. They're like, oh, I remember you. Or they take off the helmet, like, oh, it's you.
Yeah, let's get him to the ring and announce the winner. Here we go.
Maybe it's the photo. Maybe it was the photo.
Dakota's just a beast. Bro's always ready to keep going.
After 3 rounds of pro fight action, your winner, Dakota!
Damn. Look at bro's face. Oh, he was so sad. He was so disappointed. Look at the ref's face. That's even better.
Your winner, Dakota! Fantastic.
Great fight.
Yeah, great fight. 100%. They did a great job.
Once again, both veterans in the sport. Dakota only has 4 years. Ringo has 10 years.
10 years.
That still can make a difference if who you're training with, who you're working on. Both amazing fighters.
Experience is
like I said, though, he had the age disadvantage. He was at a much higher age. He was 5 years older, nearing 40. And obviously, 40, you could still be a fit 40-year-old. But as compared to a 33-year-old, like, if that guy's been working and has been training, that's like, he could be at his peak physical fitness at 33. Like, he could be just at that turn down point where he's going to start, like, ramping down in fitness.
such a thing that goes so far in any sport that you're in. When you fought a lot, the nerves aren't there.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's it. That was Armored MMA. Really, really great stuff. Incredible stuff, even.
Robert.
So this is Nate Diaz's first fight against Robert Lemon. Never heard of Robert Lemon, but it's a no gloves fight.
Robert.
Just some bare knuckle boxing.
Nathan Diaz. Great.
Ready? Let's play.
Yeah, smack him up, man. Hey, watch your hands.
Okay, they're smacking. Damn.
Hold it. There you go. There you go, man. Come on, Nathan. Just like that. Let him do it. Work them out. Work them out. Control. Relax. Go, big Nate, dog. Pull, Rob. Weigh him out slowly, dude. Slow. Let him use his strength. Pull, Rob. Pull. Let him burn out. Take your time, man.
Oh, got him. Ooh. That was a clean pull. Let's see that again. So he's got him. And it was when he went for that grab on his arm. Or no, yeah, he just went for it because he had the inside. Bro just immediately let go too. He should have tried to snatch that arm down. Just do a full pull. That's a clean arm bar. You got him. Okay. That was all the stuff I had for today. It was only a 2-hour stream. I'm ramping back up, getting back into it. I don't know what's been up with my internet stuff, though. I'm going to try and figure it out. Still working on it, you know, getting everything situated. I'm sorry if it... I'm hoping that there's no actual frame drops or any big issues in the video, and that it was just buffering issues during the stream. So I'm going to try and fix that, but yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. Going to do some simple gaming tomorrow. I'm working on something for a separate channel. If you know, you know. If you don't, gotta find it, gotta figure out. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate everything. And yes, this is Cap and Quasar signing off.